What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most iconic power systems in all of anime. Devil Fruits from One Piece. Whether you're a longtime fan sailing the Grand Line or someone just starting their journey with the Straw Hats, this video is going to break down everything you need to know about these mysterious and incredible fruits. Before we jump into the different types, let's establish what devil fruits actually are. In the world of One Piece, devil fruits are mystical fruits that grant incredible supernatural abilities to whoever eats them. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Eating a devil fruit comes with a massive curse. The sea itself becomes your enemy. Devil fruit users become hammer users who sink like stones in any body of water, unable to swim and drastically weakened when submerged. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Oda has been incredibly consistent with this rule throughout the series, but he's also shown us that the curse isn't just about drowning. Sea Prism Stone, which contains the essence of the sea, can nullify devil fruit powers entirely. This makes it one of the most valuable materials in the One Piece world, used in everything from marine handcuffs to weapon coating. Each devil fruit is completely unique. No two fruits grant the same power. When a devil fruit user dies, their power reincarnates into a nearby fruit, turning it into the same devil fruit. This is actually how Blackbeard was able to steal Whitebeard's power, though the exact mechanism is still one of the series' biggest mysteries. But here's what makes devil fruits truly special. They're not just random powers. Each fruit reflects something deeper about the world of One Piece, from the dreams and desires of their users to the very nature of reality itself. And that brings us to our first category. Paramecia, the foundation of power. Paramecia devil fruits are the most common and arguably most diverse category in the entire series. These fruits grant users supernatural abilities that can manipulate their body, manipulate the environment around them, or create and control substances. What makes Paramecias so fascinating is their incredible range, from simple body enhancement to reality-warping abilities that challenge the laws of physics themselves. Let's start with body manipulation Paramecias. Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi, or should I say the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, is the perfect example. For most of the series, we thought it simply made his body rubber, allowing him to stretch, bounce, and absorb impacts. But the recent revelation that it's actually a mythical zone has completely recontextualized everything we knew about Luffy's powers. The rubber properties were just one aspect of the sun god Nika's liberation abilities. Other body paramecias include Buggy's Bara Bara no Mi, which lets him separate his body parts and control them independently, incredibly useful for both combat and comedy. There's also Mr. Three's Doru Doru no Mi, creating and controlling wax that can become harder than steel, and Bon Clay's Mane Mane no Mi, allowing perfect physical transformation into anyone they've touched. Then we have environmental manipulation paramecias, and these are where things get really crazy. Trafalgar Law's Ope Ope no Mi creates rooms, where he has complete spatial control. He can teleport objects, switch personalities between bodies, and even perform impossible surgeries. The fruit is so powerful that it's worth 5 billion berries, and can theoretically grant immortality through the perennial youth surgery. Doflamingo's Ito Ito no Mi lets him create and control strings so thin they're nearly invisible, yet strong enough to slice through buildings. He can use them for movement, combat, and even controlling people like puppets. The versatility is absolutely insane. From the birdcage that trapped an entire island to the subtle manipulation of government officials. And then there are substance creation paramecias. Magellan's Doku Doku no Mi produces various types of poison, from mild irritants to deadly toxins that can kill in minutes. Galdino can create wax sculptures and structures, while Charlotte Perospero can generate and control candy that's strong enough to trap even powerful fighters. But perhaps the most terrifying paramecia we've seen belongs to Charlotte Linlin, Big Mom. Her Soru Soru no Mi allows her to manipulate souls themselves, extracting lifespan from people and imbuing objects with consciousness and power. She's created an entire kingdom of living objects, from dancing trees to sentient weapons. The implications of soul manipulation are absolutely staggering. Zoan, the Wild Kingdom. If Paramecias are about versatility, then Zoan devil fruits are about raw, primal power. Zoan fruits allow users to transform into animals or mythical creatures, granting them the physical abilities, instincts, and sometimes special powers of those beings. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Zoans have some of the most complex mechanics in the entire series. Standard zoans give users three forms: their original human form, a full animal transformation, and a hybrid form that combines human intelligence with animal abilities. Take Tony Chopper's Hito Hito no Mi. It turned a reindeer into a human-reindeer hybrid with human intelligence. His rumble balls allow him to access additional transformation points, showing us that Zoan fruits have hidden potential waiting to be unlocked. Rob Lucci's Neko Neko no Mi model Leopard showcases the combat potential of standard zoans. In his hybrid form, he gains incredible speed, strength, and agility while maintaining human tactical thinking. The combination is devastating. He can move like a predator while fighting like a trained assassin. Ancient zones are a step above regular zones, based on prehistoric creatures with enhanced durability and power. X-Drake's Ryu no Mi model Allosaurus gives him the massive size and crushing bite force of one of history's apex predators. Page 1's Spinosaurus form is even more impressive, with incredible size and the ability to function both on land and in water. King's Ryu no Mi model Pteranodon is particularly interesting because it shows how ancient zones can bend reality. His Pteranodon form can launch his beak like a missile and somehow generate fire, abilities that real Pteranodons definitely didn't have. This suggests that devil fruits don't just copy animals. They embody the mythical essence of what those creatures represent in human imagination. But the absolute pinnacle of zoan fruits are the mythical zones, and these are some of the most powerful devil fruits in existence. Marco's Tori no Mi model Phoenix grants him the legendary Phoenix's regeneration abilities, allowing him to heal from almost any injury by surrounding himself in blue flames. He can fly, regenerate, and his flames can even heal others. Kaido's Uo no Mi model Seiryu transforms him into an azure dragon, one of the four symbols of Chinese mythology. The sheer scale of power is incomprehensible. He can fly through the sky, generate devastating blast breaths, control weather patterns, and create flame clouds that can lift entire islands. The dragon form represents the ultimate expression of raw, overwhelming power. And then there's the revelation about Luffy's fruit. The Hito Hito no Mi model Nika isn't just any mythical zone, it's based on the sun god Nika, a legendary figure who represents freedom and liberation. In Gear 5th, Luffy's body takes on the properties of rubber, but more importantly, he gains the ability to fight with complete creative freedom, turning serious battles into cartoonish adventures where imagination becomes reality. The world government spent 800 years trying to capture this specific fruit, renaming it to hide its true nature. That tells us everything we need to know about how dangerous they consider the power of liberation to be. And now we come to Logia devil fruits, the rarest, most feared, and arguably most powerful category in the entire series. Logia users can transform their bodies into natural elements, making them effectively untouchable by conventional attacks. When someone without Haki tries to punch Ace, their fist just passes through fire. When bullets are fired at Crocodile, they hit sand. This intangibility makes Logia users seem almost godlike to regular people. But Logias are about more than just defense. They can generate unlimited amounts of their element, control it on a massive scale, and often gain additional abilities related to their element's properties. Let's break down some of the most incredible Logia fruits we've seen. Portgas D. Ace's Paramecia no Mi, now wielded by Sabo, controls fire in all its forms. The user can create massive flame attacks, fly by propelling themselves with fire, and generate heat intense enough to melt steel. Fire represents passion, destruction, and rebirth, themes that perfectly match both Ace and Sabo's characters.
Admiral Aokiji's Hiei no Mi controls ice and cold. He can flash freeze entire ocean areas, create ice weapons and structures, and lower temperatures to lethal levels. During his fight with Akainu, he permanently changed the climate of Punk Hazard, showing the environmental scale power of high-level Logia users. Speaking of Akainu, his Magu no Mi controls magma. And here's something crucial that many fans miss. Magma doesn't just burn, it has superior heat to regular fire. That's why Akainu could overpower Ace's flames. The hierarchy of elements matters in One Piece, and magma sits at the top of the heat-based powers. Kizaru's Pika no Mi might be the most broken Logia in terms of pure physics. Lightspeed movement, laser attacks, and the ability to reflect off surfaces makes him nearly impossible to track or counter without advanced observation hockey. The fact that he can kick at light speed should theoretically generate infinite force, but Oda keeps things somewhat reasonable for the sake of storytelling. Crocodile's Suna no Mi shows how environment can enhance a Logia's power. In the desert, he's nearly unstoppable, able to create sandstorms, absorb moisture from anything he touches, and move through sand like it's water. But introduce liquid, and suddenly he becomes vulnerable. A perfect example of how Oda balances even the most powerful abilities. Then there's Blackbeard's Yami no Mi, the dark fruit, which breaks every rule we know about Logias. Instead of making him intangible, it makes him absorb everything, including damage. But in exchange, he gains the ability to nullify other Devil Fruit powers and, somehow, steal them entirely. The darkness element represents the void that consumes all things, including other powers themselves.
What makes Logias truly terrifying isn't just their individual power. It's their potential for large-scale destruction. We've seen admirals change the permanent climate of entire islands. Imagine what someone like Akainu could do if he decided to destroy a city. The fact that the world government employs multiple Logia users as their highest-ranking military officers shows just how much they respect this power level. Special Catalog and Rare Types. Now, while most Devil Fruits fit neatly into our three main categories, Oda has introduced several special types that blur the lines and create some of the most unique powers in the series. Artificial Devil Fruits, created by Caesar Clown and perfected by Kaido's scientists, represent humanity's attempt to replicate nature's miracles. The Smile Fruits that Kaido's crew uses are imperfect copies that only work about 10% of the time. And even then, they often create bizarre partial transformations. But Momonosuke's artificial fruit, created from Kaido's own lineage factor, is nearly indistinguishable from the real thing. This raises fascinating questions about the nature of devil fruits themselves. If humans can create artificial versions, what does that tell us about the original fruits? Are they natural phenomena, or were they created by some ancient civilization? The fact that Vegapunk can replicate them suggests there's a scientific basis underlying their seemingly magical properties. Then we have awakened devil fruits, which represent the absolute pinnacle of devil fruit mastery. Awakening occurs when a user's mind and body catch up to their power, allowing them to affect their environment instead of just themselves. We've seen this with Doflamingo turning buildings into strings, Katakuri transforming the ground into mochi, and Luffy's Gear 5th affecting reality itself in increasingly cartoonish ways. But awakening isn't just about expanded range. It fundamentally changes how the power works. Awakened zone users in Impel Down showed enhanced recovery and seemingly endless stamina. Luffy's awakened form doesn't just make him more rubber-like, it makes his entire fighting style embody the concept of freedom and joy that Nika represents. There are also hints of even rarer categories. The Gorosei seem to possess powers that might be beyond traditional devil fruits entirely. Their transformations into what appear to be mythological demons or yokai suggest there might be fruits based on concepts rather than just animals or elements. And let's not forget about the mystery of devil fruit creation itself. Vegapunk's recent revelations about lineage factors and the wishes of humanity suggest that devil fruits might be physical manifestations of human desires for power and evolution. If that's true, then every devil fruit represents someone's dream made manifest, which is incredibly fitting for a series all about pursuing your dreams.
The most powerful fruits revealed. When we're talking about the strongest devil fruits in One Piece, we need to consider both raw power and strategic versatility. Some fruits are absolutely broken in the right hands, while others become incredible through creative application. Whitebeard's Gura no Mi, the Tremor fruit, is officially called the strongest Paramecia. The ability to create earthquakes, tsunamis, and literally crack the air itself gives its user the power to destroy the world. During Marineford, we saw Whitebeard, even in his weakened state, nearly tear the island apart. In his prime, this man could have reshaped continents. Law's Ope no Mi deserves special mention because it's arguably the most versatile fruit in the series. Beyond its medical applications and spatial manipulation, it can grant immortality through the ultimate technique, though at the cost of the user's life. The world government values this fruit at 5 billion berries, making it the most expensive devil fruit we know of. Sugar's Hobi no Mi from Dressrosa might be the most terrifying fruit conceptually. The ability to turn people into toys and erase all memory of their existence is essentially reality manipulation on a massive scale. If Sugar had been more combat capable, she could have single-handedly conquered the world by turning every opponent into a forgotten toy. But power isn't everything. Sometimes the most broken fruits are those that seem simple but have incredible applications. Robin's Hana no Mi lets her sprout body parts anywhere, which sounds straightforward until you realize she can create eyes and ears for perfect surveillance, hands for assassination, or entire bodies for overwhelming force. Kuma's Nikyu no Mi, the pawpaw fruit, can repel anything, including abstract concepts like pain, memories, and even fatigue. The strategic applications are endless. He can teleport people across the world instantly, remove their suffering, or deflect attacks with such force that they become devastating weapons themselves. And we cannot discuss powerful fruits without mentioning the new generation. Yamato's Inu no Mi model Okuchi no Makami grants the power of a guardian wolf deity, including ice manipulation and incredible physical enhancement. The fact that it's based on a creature that was worshipped as a protector of Wano adds layers of cultural significance to its power.
Devil fruits represent far more than just a power system. They're the physical manifestation of human dreams, desires, and potential in the One Piece world. From Luffy's rubber adventures to Kaido's draconic dominion, each fruit tells a story about what its user values most and how far they're willing to go to achieve their dreams. As we head into the final saga, devil fruits are evolving beyond their original limitations. Awakening is becoming more common, artificial fruits are improving, and we're seeing powers that challenge the fundamental laws of the One Piece universe. The revelation that Luffy's fruit was hidden for 800 years suggests that some powers are too dangerous for the current world order, and that the final war might be about unleashing humanity's true potential. The relationship between devil fruits, the Void Century, and the ancient weapons is becoming increasingly clear. If devil fruits represent human evolution and ambition, then the coming conflict might be about whether humanity deserves the power to shape their own destiny, or whether some forces are too dangerous to exist. What do you think? Are devil fruits natural phenomena, ancient technology, or something else entirely? Which fruit would you want, and how would you awaken it? Drop your theories in the comments below. I read every single one, and some of you have absolutely blown my mind with your insights. If this video helped you understand devil fruits better, smash that like button and subscribe for more One Piece deep dives. We've got videos covering the ancient weapons, the Void Century, and theories about the final war coming up, so ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Until next time, keep dreaming big and remember, in the world of One Piece, the only limit to your power is the size of your dreams and your determination to make them reality. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.